You should make a tattoo or a t-shirt in which it says, put the rook behind the passed pawn. Either your pawn or the other guy's pawn. Because that's how your rook is the most active, and you keep the opponent's rook passive, stopping your culprit, so to speak. So put the rook behind the passed pawn. Get a t-shirt, if not a tattoo. Kidding about the tattoo stuff, just write down something nicely like this too shall pass or something. But let's forget about the tattoos. Let's go back to the chess business. So, you've achieved something very cool here with black. You've got a passer. Ooh, look at this guy here on c4, ready to marching, but not just quite yet. That's not wise to pushing the pawn now, because the white king gonna get closer. So I'm not quite sure about the future of that guy. Not just yet. There is another weakness. And by the way, just tell you guys, the rook endings is the most common type of endings you would get from all other pieces. So you can't say, oh, I don't care about the rook endings. I only care about the openings, and that's it, and maybe some tactics. You do the openings, that's awesome. You do the tactics and you win, having advantage. Like in this position, you're getting to the end now. But it's not enough for you to win. You need to capitalize on this. So it's equally important. Openings, middle game, tactics, and end game. Equally important. You cannot disparage one for the others. So endings now, rook endings, very, 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 very important. Don't have to believe me, ask Magnus Carlsen. He'll tell you, yeah, it is important. So, there is one big weakness here that you can exploit from white, namely this rank here. But in order to get there, you need to take advantage of another principle: open files. Have you noticed an open file here? Of course you did. It's the A file, okay? So you're going to place your rook right here. Whoop, that looks amazing. Okay, with the main threat being rook to A3, check the king, grab another guy. Wow, what's not to like about this one? And creating potentially another passer. Every pawn matters absolutely. Every open file matters absolutely. Now, they would say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to stop that thing from happening. True, but actually there is another weakness, okay? There is another weakness here. So now you're able to simply target another weakness. The principle of 2, 3, 4 weaknesses, that's great if you're lucky enough and wise enough to generate this. So now this guy is going to be captured. And long term, you should be winning. Okay, now that doesn't mean that's a guarantee. The other guy would say, oh, okay, I'm resigning. Now that's it, you got your victory. No, they will be opposing you for a while, 10, 15 moves perhaps. So you still have to stay sharp, take advantage of the fact you've got two passes here. See if you can use this to your advantage. Next little idea here. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? Do you remember when we said, put your rook behind the passed pawn? Don't get your guy in front of the pawn, because you simply can't move the pawn down the board. Plus, they will be actually placing their rook behind your passed pawn, and it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to capitalize on this. So how do you get your rook behind the pawn? Because there you say, oh, I don't know, can I play here? Can I play here? Maybe move. No, you cannot, because then the rook gets there. So how do you actually successfully manage to place the rook behind the passed pawn? Oh, there is one nice little secret here, and that's rook h3. Not that much of a secret, because now you know it. What does that mean? Well, if they take your rook, thank you very much. I'm going to take it. There is a passer. Whilst the black king goes towards that guy, my king is going to be hunting this pawn, stepping aside, and just promoting. Thank you very much. Okay? If they try to capture, now comes into force the principle we've stated, guys. Rook behind the passed pawn. Rook a3, guarding the a6. Now you're going to roll up or roll down with that baby. They can't stop it. Very difficult. They might be playing it for a while, but now look at the black's rook's position. So passive. It can't do nothing. It's completely paralyzed. You have a very free, powerful white rook and a white king ready to roll up the board, fixing another weakness, namely the f6. They try to, but you remember the principle of the opposition? Whoop, check, pushing the black king back. They have to. And now you get the extra tempo to moving, getting more space, and slowly you're going to get yourself closer to attacking this guy. And now we could say, in all honesty, this is pretty much over. It's just a formality. Okay, that guy will be disappearing. You're going to be marching. This is just game over, okay? play the king, the rook here, just cut off the black king completely. It's just nothing really they could do at this stage. You take that guy with tempo, being attacked twice, rook attacks, king attacks, only one defender. Take this guy with tempo. King has to move aside, go back at your designated place, push this guy, and that's how you take advantage. Well, let's have a look here. How do you make progress in this position with black? Pause the video before every exercise, guys, if you want to ponder over a bit more. Get your favorite beverage. I have my favorite beverage. I got my coffee here. Cheers, guys. Cheers for the world peace, by the way. Although 2024 started a little bit pessimistic in regards to this. Let's go back to chess now, our main distraction and passion forever. How do we make progress here? Well, there is a move like b5, checking the king. This guy is being supported twice by the pawn and by the rook, only 1 and 2, but they're in check. They got to take, and now you take with tempo. What does that mean? You will be gaining a point of entry in your opponent's half territory by now moving, centralizing your king. King gets closer. The white king can't really do too much. Thing is, this guy goes back, you might be able to pushing the pawn down a bit more, and everything looks great. And if they choose to play the king, equally worse. White should be probably resigning, because now you guys notice that the black king now has the opportunity to actually moving closer and closer to action. And actually on e4, you practically force the white king to stay and protect the white rook, whilst freeing up your own rook potentially to playing and checking and stuff like this. So the black rook now is free to go. You can't get checked because the pawn stop it, and you're defending. Very important principle now. As you could see, you're ready to march on, attacking. And now a very nice tactic here, because you're able to check the king, deflect the king from protecting the white rook. Bang, you're going to take the white rook, and this is just the game finisher. This is it. They take, you take, and that's pretty much it. You're going to control the promotion square. Even if they play this, you're going to play e2. You're controlling all the 3 squares here, and the queen is coming. Queen is coming, and your victory cannot be stopped. Just don't forget to play accurately. Shall we do a couple more exercises? Okay, let's do a couple more exercises. What does black have to play in this position? Remember the principle we discussed about this, guys. Put the rook behind the passed pawn. Which one is the passer? This little guy here. This is the passer. Where is the rook? Rook is on c6. Where do I put it? Behind. What does it mean behind? Behind means behind. So here. Now you can push this guy and get yourself a queen. The white rook has an impossible mission, so to speak. And because it's impossible, that means you're going to win. Okay, let's try another one. Now, why do you want to get so active, boy? They say, apparently. Now, the everything looks great here. You might say, oh, I can hit this guy, I can hit this guy. True. Why not paralyzing black completely, and then you can choose whatever guy you want to capture, either the e5 or the b6. Never neglect your opponent's potential counterattacking power. Do not neglect your opponent. Always think prophylactically. By the way, there is a video on prophylaxis like 1 month ago or something. Don't let that rook getting active. Don't get active, my boy, by playing very nicely king over to c1. What does that mean? Black rook is pretty much paralyzed. Can't move, can't play on d2, which they wanted initially to target this guy, and then future is uncertain, and it's a great struggle ahead. But if you play king c1, you really diminish everything from rook's activity. Can't move, can't move, can't move, can't move. The move here doesn't make a bit of a difference, and those guys are to be captured for you to grab. So we'll continue now. They push this guy, but it doesn't matter because this guy is actually hanging. Thank you very much. Shall we try another one? Maybe the last one. I mean, I just wanted to stay under 10 minutes to be able to put it on TikTok as well, not just the YouTube. But anyway, okay. Oh, right. Another important principle in the opening. You may want to revisit the Carlsen-Dubov Rook Endings Advanced Study, etc., etc. When you got the first opportunity, be the first player to get your rook on the 7th rank, respectively 2nd rank if you're playing with the blacks. So now it's an open file. Take advantage of the open file. Put the rook on the 7th rank. You have to put the rook on the 7th rank. Do another tattoo or another imprint on your t-shirt. One is always put the rook behind the passed pawn, and the second tattoo, move your rook on the 7th rank, something like that along this line. Okay, so rook to d7. Everyone will know you're a chess maniac if you do that. So now rook attacks here. Black has to become incredibly defensive, or moving the rook to just protecting that guy. So pretty much this is it. And the black king can't do nothing. And if they ever dream, so let's say they played this, right? And you're going to be just marching on. And let's say they try to, you're going to be moving very quickly here, and then you got a skewer problem for them to deal with. Pretty much unstoppable. Shall we try one more time? One more time. What do you think the black king wants to do? They want to come closer and attack your passer here. They already cut you off, your king. So your beautiful king can't move closer to defend the pawn. What do? You cut off the other guy's king. And you're going to play now rook to d1. No, you're not going to pass. No, you shall not pass. You remember the character in the Lord of the Rings? Yeah, that's what you have to do. You shall not pass. And stick your virtual laser beam, whatever that is, on the d file, and now the black king can't really have access attacking the pawn, and everything is great here. You got a passer here, you got a rook stopping the king. You should be fine. You should be winning this position now. Oh, we got a guy here ready to promote. What do? Remember the principle. Put the rook behind the passed pawn, not in front. You can't do this to stop it, because they'll be playing rook to g8. What do? Well, you can just shake hands, go eat a sandwich, because you're going to be very upset. Probably you're going to cry. And don't do that. Don't put the rook in front of the pawn. It's okay if you want to cry because you've lost. That's fine. Absolutely fine. You got a miraculous move that will be saving everything for black now, because you got to move with tempo, a check with tempo. And then you're going to get your rook behind the passed pawn. Whoop. Check the king. They have to move. No ifs, no buts. Forcing move can't be negotiated with. That's the beauty of the forcing moves. It cannot be negotiated. Awesome. You're dictating the terms, and now get the rook behind the pawn. What can they do? Don't matter what they do, because this guy's is under constant attack. You've got two passes here ready to roll down, up, depends how you want to look at the board, and you should be able to win at this stage. And your rook just targets everything, and if they touch here, you're going to touch the other guy, and that's it. It's just practically you are winning. It's a matter of formality. Thank you very much for watching, guys. You don't need to do tattoos. Just get t-shirts with this statements. If it helps you, tell everyone how much you love this game. Subscribe this channel. Follow me on the live streams, and we can go together for a couple of friendlies, guys, arena tourneys, and so on. Thank you. Have a miraculous day, if possible. Peaceful. See you sooner than you think.